Where your crosshairs are is where your new lines, text, and other objects will be placed in your drawing. I prefer to have my crosshairs fill the screen, but you don't have to. But you can set this up if you want. I like to do that because they work as guidelines for me when I draw. So to change this, you can go to your options window again, just like we did for the mouse controls. Go to the application menu and click it, and click on the options button. Once in the options window, you will need to activate the display tab. The crosshair setting is near the right. As you can see with this pop-up tool, it describes to you what the settings mean. The setting is a percentage of the screen for the size of your crosshairs. Out of the box, it's set at 5. I prefer it at 100%. This will make your crosshairs extend the full height and width of your screen. When you're done with your settings, hit the OK. Now you will see my crosshairs fill my drawing area, and my pick box is still the same size. So your crosshairs consist of 3 major items: your vertical line, which is up and down, your horizontal line, which is left to right, and the pick box. These 3 items are there for visual reference. The 2 lines are perfectly straight and they intersect at the middle of the pick box. This point of intersection is the point where you will select objects or insert new objects. When you move your crosshairs off of the drawing area is where you draw your objects, this big black box. And by the way, if you don't like this color, it can be changed, just like everything in AutoCAD. Anyway, the main drawing area in AutoCAD is this large black field. This is where your drawing objects will go. There are 2 main spaces that you will draw in: model space and paper space. Model space is where your drawing objects go, and paper space is where your annotation and sheet objects go, like a title block or some notes. We'll cover those 2 spaces in greater detail in another section. When you move your crosshairs by moving the mouse, and you move them off of the drawing area onto, say, the ribbon area or one of these bars, the crosshairs disappear and it was replaced by an arrow. One other area that I want to mention before we go is the Information Center, or the Info Center. This is where you can go to for help. This is this top bar up on the right. Clicking on the question mark will open up your help menu options. Type in some words here to do a quick search. It will bring up many different items that you can choose from, that you can read about and tell you how to further use some of the objects. If you don't want this open, close it off. Getting to important program functions in AutoCAD 2010 is done through the application menu, affectionately known to CAD users as the big red A. It's difficult to tell that it is a button, but trust me, it is. The application menu is where you will go to open files, save them, print them, and manage some of the settings in AutoCAD. It can be found in the top left corner of your screen. Pick it to open it up. The new Open, Save, and Save As options are fairly self-explanatory. To create a new file, go to the New option, select New. To open a file, click the Open option, Save, etc. There are many ways to use your drawing. One way is to print it out, which we will cover extensively in a later chapter, but you'll be surprised at all of the settings and the control functions that you have to print your drawing. It makes it very difficult, but once you learn the basics, it'll be pretty simple for you. The export command, as seen here, is meant to put your AutoCAD file into some sort of a digital format, like a PDF file or a DWF. This way you can email it very easily to one of your clients or a vendor. The Drawing Utilities option has many tools in it. We're going to cover these more extensively again in later chapters, but here you'll be able to set the units of your drawing, determine your drawing's properties, or use one of the other tools that are available to repair a damaged file. These tools are very advanced and don't necessarily fit into the scope of this video. But there are 2 icons near the top of the application menu. These 2 icons will list either all of the drawings that are currently opened, all of your open documents, or they will list all of the recent files that you have had open. Currently I'm in the recent documents mode. Selecting the other button will show all of the drawings that I have opened. I have drawing 5 open. That's the nice drawing of that car there you see in the background. Elsewhere, you have the Exit AutoCAD button at the bottom. I'm pretty sure it's obvious as to what that do, but it will shut down AutoCAD. If you haven't saved any of your files, don't worry, it will ask you if you want to save them. AutoCAD is very polite this way. The Options button will open up your Windows Options Setting Manager. This window is where you go to set and manage many, if not all, of your settings in AutoCAD. One last feature for the application menu before we leave. If you want to use a command but can't find it, then open the application menu and type the command in the search field. It's right here. Try typing in the line command, just L-I-N-E. Just do it one letter at a time. Take your time so you can see how the list is generated. If you don't know the exact command that you want to do, try typing in something that seems logical to you. If you type in PR looking for print, you will see several options come up that aren't print, but it is there. So this is a good way to help find things but you don't know where they are. In the case of the Drawing Properties option, it tells you right here where it is in the ribbon. It's on the Drawing Utilities, Drawing Properties. Layer Properties, Layers, Ribbon Toggle Button, Layer Properties, etc. Next to the application menu is the QAT, or the Quick Access Toolbar. This is a toolbar that is meant to hold some commands that you need to get to frequently. These commands are ones that you just need to get to and you don't want to hunt for them. It can be moved to a different position either above or below the ribbon by clicking your arrow and clicking the Show Below the Ribbon option. Now it's down here. So if it's quicker and easier for you to get to your commands right here as opposed to being above the ribbon, make it go that way. It's up to you. There are some default commands that you can turn on or turn off in the Quick Access Toolbar. I like to have the Match Properties in there because I use that command often. You can add some of those by clicking on this arrow and selecting the items that you want. You see now that render option has been added to it. I don't ever render, so let's turn it off. Now it's gone. If you want to add more commands to the QAT, click the More Commands button near the bottom. A window will open up with every possible command available to you in AutoCAD. As you can see, there is a very long list. Find the one that you want, click and hold, and then drag it to the QAT and drop it in. We just added the Edit Spline command to our QAT.